the last time I applied for a KeyBank personal loan, my ass got denied, and I was so pissed. I was like, whoa. So this time I said to myself, you know what? I really need to do things a lot more methodically. So I actually, you would not believe it, but what I did was I actually took 1 week off. That was about a year ago. I took 1 week off, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna plan everything because I wanted to have a 45 grand from 45 grand loan from KeyBank, and I wanted to do things the right way. So the first thing I did was I actually familiarize myself with the loan itself, because sometimes you think you know about the loan a bank is offering, but you have no idea. So I said to myself, I went to the website, to KeyBank's website. I also went to a branch. I sat down and I had a conversation with the rep, and so I realized that KeyBank actually has a minimum of $2,000, but they have no maximum. And the key is that they can actually approve you for a personal loan all the way to $100,000. Now you got to have the relationship, right? Because when we talk about KeyBank, it's one of the important elements is that KeyBank is geo restricted. So you don't have KeyBank available nationally. So you have to make sure that the geography, the state you're applying from, KeyBank covers that state. So I actually checked that because I was like, listen, I want to make sure that I'm getting not only the lowest APR, but also the highest limit. I mean, I wanted to have a 45 grand to 50 grand because I had something to do back home in Philly. And so what I did was I went to a branch. I sat down and I asked the loan rep, I said, listen, how fast can you guys fund me? First of all, she said, what's your FICO score? I said, well, my FICO is around 690, between 695 to 745. It fluctuates because sometimes TransUnion, actually the score on TransUnion doesn't sync pretty well with the Equifax and the Experian. So she said, listen, make sure all your FICO scores are actually a sort of like there is a strong correlation, like there has the delta between 695 and 745 is too large, like 50 points is too much. So she said, make sure there are no problems on all your FICO on all your credit reports. So she said, okay, why don't you just double check and make sure everything is fine and come back and see us. So I was kind of like, okay, at least I knew that 695 was okay, because I've heard before that KeyBank was pretty strict, even though like people say, well, you got to have 650 or 675. But in actuality, what she told me was 600 will get you through, will get you in. Okay. 600, if you have a FICO score of 600 with a relationship, of course, you'll be in. So that was the first thing. So the first thing that I did was I went to the branch, right? So she said, okay, you got to have 600. But she said, so what I went back to annualcreditreport.com. So I pulled all the 3 credit reports, and I just want to make sure there were like nobody's trying to play games with my credit score or my identity, whatever. Because when you have a gap of 50 points, that's too much, right? But luckily the gap wasn't really that high, because I thought my TransUnion was 694, but my TransUnion was in actuality was around 723. So the gap between the Experian and the Equifax was about 10 or 15 points, which is pretty reasonable because sometimes you have some kind of timing inaccuracies, whatever. So I was okay. Nobody was playing games with my social. I was kind of fine. And so at the same time, I was kind of wondering whether I can co-sign the loan, and KeyBank said yes. You can actually co-sign the loan if you want to, but my wife did not want to jeopardize, quote unquote, jeopardize her good credit, because she has a higher credit score than mine. I think she's currently around 798. So I said, I'm going to apply by myself, right? So the first thing was look at my FICO score. First thing was to go to a branch. Second thing was to look at my FICO score. The third thing that I did was actually made sure that I was able to, I wanted to have 50 grand, that I was able to repay the loan over the period, the time window that I wanted. I wanted 84 months. I know you're laughing. You're probably laughing like 84 months. That's like 7 years, right? Yeah, 7 years. I want 7 years. You know why? Because life is complicated. Stuff happens. You never know, and you always want to go with the longest time window. Don't go for a shortest one. You never know. Like you could lose your job and tomorrow, whatever. So I said, listen, I have a business. I don't have an employment problem, but hey, stuff can happen. Maybe I might get sick, whatever, or a family member might get sick, whatever. So I always go for the longest time window. So I chose 50 grand, 7 years, with the FICO score around 725, 740. I was like, okay, and KeyBank wanted me to have like a minimum $24,000 a year in terms of the like gross income in terms of income. So I said, yeah, of course, I'm making way more than that. The thing you need to understand when we talk about KeyBank loan is that if you want to apply, let's say you want to apply for an amount between $50,000 and $100,000, you have to go to a branch. If you want to apply for a lower amount, you can apply online, not a problem. Either way, I've learned through many years dealing with KeyBank, all those big banks like KeyBank, US Bank, Chase. Even though Chase right now, Chase and Bank of America, they don't have personal loans right now. But when you have Citi, when you have Wells Fargo, when you have those big banks, it's just a lot better to sit down to see your ass and talk to someone as opposed to trying to do things online. My cousin Jeff, he always said, well, I'm doing everything online. I said, listen, go do whatever you do your things online. I'm fine with it. I want to talk to someone. And the next thing KeyBank asked me was to actually, they asked me the use of loan proceeds. So they wanted to have an idea what I needed the money for. I said, well, I'm going to use the money for I wanted to open an office for my business in Philly. And I wanted also to use the cash to finance the wedding of one of my mentees. I mean, she's been pretty good. She's a good person. I wanted to help her out like with $5,000. I know you're probably thinking that's like a way too generous, but that's what I do. So I needed the cash for I would say a variety of things, a mishmash of things. Okay. And so I told the lady, the KeyBank rep, I said, listen, I want to use the cash for a variety of things. So she said, okay, it's fine as long as you can act, as long as it's legit. I said, yeah, everything is legit, not a problem at all. And so the only thing with KeyBank is that you cannot pre-qualify. You're not going to pre-qualify. Okay. So if you're looking for pre-qualification, you're not going to get it. Just remember that KeyBank is geo-restricted. So you got to be in the geography they cover. So you have to be either in Arkansas, Colorado, Connecticut, Idaho, Indiana, Massachusetts, Maine, Minnesota, New York, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Utah, Vermont, or Washington State. So I actually use my New York address to qualify, even though I sometimes live between Philly and New York. I actually use my New York address. And the thing here is that the KeyBank wanted me also to show proof of income. I said, okay, not a problem. So I showed them my W-2s and my pay stubs. Even though I have a company, I'm still getting paid every 2 weeks, which is really super important. You need to think about if you're an entrepreneur. That's the same thing I was just telling Jeff, my cousin Jeff. So listen, you always want to have your pay stubs, okay? Even if you're an entrepreneur, you want to have that. And so yeah, that was it. One thing that I also did was that I wanted to make sure that the KeyBank loan that I wanted to apply for was indeed the right sort of loan for me, because you have to understand, KeyBank, they will actually approve you from $2,000 all the way to $100,000, and their APR is kind of low, but they want you to have a relationship with them, which I have, and the release of funds takes some time, like between 3 and 10 days. And now, so if you're a patient, that's fine, not a problem. I mean, I was patient, so I was okay. I mean, I got approved, by the way. I got approved in the end though, so that was not a problem. But I know a couple of friends of mine, they're like so like they were so like, I don't know, they're so impatient. They said, listen, I'm just going to an online lender. And you know what? They're right too, because when you think about KeyBank, they're dragging their feet. Well, whereas you take a lender such as SoFi or let's say Happy Money or Nest Eggs or Laurel Rose, they'll just approve you like within 24 to 48 hours. So I just wanted to have KeyBank for the relationship that I had. I also wanted to have KeyBank for the prestige of having a big bank on my FICO report. For me, that was really important. So I actually made sure that the loan that I wanted to get from KeyBank was actually like I was eligible for it, because KeyBank wants you to be in the geography that covers the 15 states I told you, right? You need to actually provide proof of employment. So prove like pay stubs. You have to provide your W-2s, your 1099s. You got to have your bank statements. You got to have your tax returns. So in my case, I actually showed my tax returns, but because I've been filing the joint returns for the last 15 to 20 years with my wife. So it was not a big deal. I mean, KeyBank just wants to make sure you have enough cash to sort of fund to service the debt, right? And they also want you to have, I want to insist, and this is something that a lot of folks have told me over and over again, you got to have a relationship with KeyBank. They don't play that game. Like if you don't have a relationship with them, you're not going to get a loan. Like don't actually walk into a KeyBank branch and say, I need a loan. But I mean, this ain't no like, I don't know, like you got to really build a relationship. And one thing I realized is that, and that really helped me a lot, was that I had direct deposit coming into KeyBank because I have business. I could really set it up with our HR department, so at least I had something, right? It wasn't big. I mean, it wasn't like life-changing amounts, but it was something that was coming in. And KeyBank likes to have stability, like to see that kind of consistency. So the thing is, when I actually when I was applying for a loan at KeyBank Loan, I actually had a pretty straight strategy, a method, a formula. So what I did was I actually literally, as I told you, I took a few days off, and I was just like, you know what? I turned on my phone and I said, this time I'm going to do things right. So what I did was I actually reviewed my finances. I looked at my goals. I looked at my options. So when I said my options, that like I was kind of thinking, do I want to go with KeyBank? Because I don't want, again, my fear was to have my ass denied once again, which I did not want to. I was like, listen, I'm tired of this. I mean, I can't be going over and over through this. And even though I have a good FICO score, whatever, they keep, even though I have good DTI, whatever, for a little mistake, whatever, they just deny my ass. I didn't want that. So I just sat down, I reviewed my options and goals. Now, so the goal was to get 50K. The goal was to have some extra cash just for a compilation of things. The options that I had was either I went with KeyBank, or with another bank, or with a credit union. I'm a member of my wife and I. We are members of Navy Fed, Penn Fed. We are members of USA AA. We are members of a service. Also, so basically, we had options. We could also try online lenders, right? One that we love a lot is Lightstream, which is a division of Truist, and we love it because they actually can approve you all the way to $100,000 with no problem, no questions asked. So we wanted to try, so I was thinking about, so I reviewed my finances, our finances, my wife and I's, my wife and my finances, the goals and options, and then I applied. So, and I applied at a branch. I did not apply online, okay? But so once you apply, you have to wait for like it takes about in my case, it took about 2 days. 2 to 3 days actually. So I applied on Monday around 9 a.m. Eastern, and they replied to me on Wednesday around 12 and 1 p.m. Eastern. So that's about a day. Like that's about 2 days and a half, like 2.5 days. So it takes about 3 days for them to get back to you. They will process your application, and things will go through the underwriting department. They'll see your financials. They'll see your FICO score. They'll see also your relationship with the bank. So they'll analyze I would say a mishmash of I would say factors to see whether you qualify or not. And so when they called me on that Wednesday around 1 p.m., so basically they approved me, right? But I knew already that basically they could deny me, they could approve me, or they could just say, listen, we need extra documentation. So I was ready for the three scenarios. I was like, okay, I've been there, done that. I know how the whole thing works. So I was ready. And I said to myself, okay, so I was so happy when I got the news. Now, mind you, they did not give me the 50K that I wanted. They gave me like 43. No, they gave me 42. And I was like, okay, why? And so, I was a little pissed, but I'm like, okay, I'm not going to fight this because it's only an $8,000 gap anyway. This is not going to change my life that much. So once they actually approve you, they will let you know the next steps. So you have to schedule your closing. You need to go to a branch, okay, or they could just wire the money to you. I mean, it's totally possible. But I always go to a branch because, again, you probably know me right now. You know that I love human interaction. I love talking to people. I love having conversations. I love asking questions. And I can't ask questions if I go through a computer. I mean, the algorithm is not going to answer me because, it's not how it's set up. It's not set up to answer humans, I guess. But so when you go to a branch and you sign all the paperwork, the loan, the closing documents, whatever, it takes about 3 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours for them to send the documentation to the back office for them to release the funds. So if you have a KeyBank account, which you should have anyway, which you must have anyway, the money will be sent to your KeyBank account, and you should have the cash like within 6 hours after. So once you sign the paperwork, the money should be in your account between 4 to 6 hours. So it can go really fast too. So fantastic. One thing I want to see, the one thing that I realized as I was doing research about the KeyBank loan is that they have a fantastic credit builder loan assistance program. So if you are familiar with credit builder loans, you know that usually you have those loans. Those loans are offered by, I would say, alternative lenders, or you have like online lenders. There are some credit unions also that offer this loan, but you don't have like a large national bank, a large regional bank like KeyBank that offers a credit builder loan. So this is pretty good. I was really happy when I saw this because I have a cousin. I have not a cousin, / cousin nephew, and basically he lives in Tallahassee, Florida, and he actually has some problems right now trying to really build credit. He's kind of young though. He's like he's 19 or 20, I think, 20. And basically he needs help in terms of building his credit. So I was talking to him last night, right? So I said, listen, why don't you just try the credit builder loan assistance program by KeyBank, because they have it. I mean, instead of going to an alternative lender that will charge you like crazy amount of cash, crazy amount of APR, just go to a regular bank like KeyBank, a conservative bank, a really good bank, and just get your credit builder loan. Now, the good thing about credit builder loans at KeyBank is that the repayment window is of 48 months. So you're talking about 4 years, and the amount oscillates from $300 to $3,500. The interest rate is fixed, okay, and there's no collateral because I'm not really sure if you know, like, just in case you don't know how a credit builder loan works. Basically, in this case, KeyBank will actually you have to pay KeyBank. And so the KeyBank will not release the loan proceeds to you. KeyBank will put the money into a savings account, like they will lock the account. And what you do is you have to pay. You have to pay for the next 48 months, maximum 48 months. And what will happen here is that every time you pay, you are actually saving money. It's like a saving. So at the end of the 48th month, so KeyBank will release the funds and the money will be yours. So a credit builder loan is like a reverse loan. So basically, you are paying for something you don't have access to yet, okay? Because a regular, like a usual loan, you actually get the cash first and you pay, right? The credit builder loan is a reverse of that. So you don't get the funds, but you actually pay so that you are building credit. So what will happen here is that KeyBank, in the meantime, will actually report your payments, your transactional activities to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. So this is kind of cool. In case you might want to think about building or rebuilding credit, this option is available with KeyBank. So this is kind of cool.